Got some bright sun going on here today. I moved this couch down further, so the sun should be gone with regard to hitting the window much sooner. At least in the next 5 minutes. How are you guys this morning? Anybody out there? Sun is bright. Can't hardly see this screen. Good morning, Miss Gas. How you doing? I moved my couch, so the sun should be getting better. Miss Gas, what state are you in? Maryland. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, there's a couple out there. You like those old cars? I would have done that video for you. Actually, if I get a chance, I'm going to be dropping that van off at that auction site Friday or Saturday morning. If I can go in there and get some video, I will. for you. I'm going to fly back Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to leave tomorrow or Friday. But I'm not really too interested in spending any time down around Florida down there, and I've been through that corridor like a zillion times in my life. So, and besides, Marty's heading out in the Tesla Sunday, picking up a friend of his, I think probably in Dothan, Alabama. Then they'll be there too, but I'll be back home. Somebody's got to watch Daisy, feed the birds, feed the tortoises, that kind of thing. Yeah, we'll do it. I'll definitely do. Does that stuff really interest you quite a bit? Because if it does, I'll see if I can get you a catalog or a pamphlet or any of that kind of crap. If you're a big car now, I'll get you a T-shirt too if they have them. If they have those, I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. Definitely do it. No problem. You know, I was a huge collector, not of cars. I was into airplanes. I had a couple rebuilt Corvettes. Not great ones, 72, 73, big block. And that's about it, really. But I collected every other damn thing, believe me. And I decided about 8 years ago. Oh, extra large? Okay. Yeah, I will definitely do it. I don't collect anything anymore. As you can see, I unboxed like boxes of old Bibles, 1700s, yesterday. I don't know if you can see them in the background. These big, tall metal things. And you'd think you'd miss that stuff, but man, I'll tell you, I don't. I get a lot more reading done. But on the same token, I collected vintage marbles too. Civil War letters, photo albums. Just nuts. It's obsession. Same reason you come depressed. So all you do is think about the same thing over and over all the time. Oh yeah, it got shipped down there in a truck. You know, I know those old cars are cool and everybody likes them, but when you're around them and see them and stuff, I don't know that I'd trust that thing to go to Florida, to be honest with you. I mean, they seem all like nice paint and all that, but I don't know. Wonder if Jay Leno will be there. You know, he sold a bunch of cars in the last July auction, and it wasn't a good auction. And actually, his friend didn't even want to go to this auction. He said, "Hey, remember last July?" So it'll be interesting to see what goes on here. I realize these guys that buy this stuff, a lot of these guys, they don't care if they make or lose money, could care less. It's the pursuit, the camaraderie, going down to Florida, hanging out in a hotel for a couple of days. It's not like working class people that, you know, you're scared to death you're going to get $50 less for a trade-in that it's worth. It's a whole nother breed of people. And I've learned through these guys that if they like you, I mean, you may get 20 grand off. No shit, because the money's not an issue. Nobody's kid's not going to college because of what they sell their car for. Yeah, it's a big one. Yeah, I see that. I looked it up online to see where I get a hotel, and I see that that meat comes out of Wisconsin. I lived in Kissimmee for a while. Watch that movie Florida Project sometime. It was filmed in Kissimmee. It just sums it up perfectly. Yeah, if I'd have known, I would have got you some more video of that. There's a bunch of that stuff around here. And I don't know if you know this or not, but you watch those Rolls Royces really don't sell for much. I mean, I suppose there's some out there that do, but they're all a dime a dozen for 12 and 15 grand. And they look good. And believe it or not, they're easy to get parts for. Nuts. I don't collect anything. I'm kind of reanalyzing my tree farm. Change that a little bit. Do you ever get down around this way, Florida? Do you ever get down here? Maintenance hogs, big time. Yeah, Kissimmee is a big one. And most of these guys collect other things too. Most of them are big gun collectors. And then I don't have an interest in guns either. I had a federal firearms license, and I don't know why I ever got that damn thing. And I'd go to gun shows for a while, you know, and I just couldn't get into it. I tried it with knives. I'm into books, as you can tell. I just decided I'd try and keep all my hobbies between the ears. Yeah. I got to quit talking so much shit about people and about like fat women and stuff. I'm just joking, but I got to quit doing that because I think I hurt some people's feelings and I was just talking shit. But it reminds me of the mascots for the college teams. And when I went to where I went to college, which was a joke of a place, it had to be. They let me in, and I actually graduated from there. I couldn't believe it, even when it happened. Eastern Michigan University. I mean, if you're breathing, you'll get in there. And I got a degree in criminal justice, which is like as low as the bar can get. And when I was going there, we were called the Eastern Michigan University Hurons, Indians, because the Hurons were from around there. Blah blah blah. Well, you know how that whole Indian thing got going for a while. And I remember for quite a while, I thought, shit, you should be proud. We're representing the Indians. We're proud to identify with them. It's our mascot, our logo. And then as time went on, the light bulb finally came on, Cleveland Indians, all that kind of stuff. And I just couldn't figure out why places were getting upset when they were using their likeness to represent their image in something that you were trying to draw fans in. And then it came to me one day. I read in an article and the guy said, well, if you were Catholic and you were at our football game and we scored a touchdown against your Catholic team and we sent somebody out there and took a big puff of ash and puffed it between our eyes representing Ash Wednesday, would you think that would be a way to celebrate a touchdown? And I thought, bingo, you're right. He said, we'd be making fun of scoring 6 points and celebrating based on a religious practice of yours that you take very seriously. And then I kind of changed my thinking and I came up with, and I've kind of went with over the years, it's the person that's being offended that should make the decision. And that's what's happened. Pretty much everybody is out of respect to the people that complained. Now, I also worry sometimes, is that too woke? And I think, no, it's not too woke. It's like using the N-word. If they don't like you using it, and you're not black talking to your buddies, don't use it. And I think that is overrepresented sometimes too. Like it's the end of the world. You can use every vulgar, foul, racist word in the world, and you still have your job. It's just crazy, man. The world's nuts. Oh, you were at range yesterday? Oh, the gun stuff. Yeah, that's how Chicago is too. Yeah, down here it's the Wild West. Florida's the Wild West. Texas is the Wild West. Yeah, they want to take guns away from everybody, that's for sure. Yeah, they sure do. Where with me, I don't care either way. I guess the right to bear arms, all that stuff. I really think in my lifetime, you're going to see some of this stuff challenged. Look at Roe v. Wade as an example. Now they leave it up to the states to determine. I mean, the way the world's going, you're going to see, and I've realized I never thought I believed this either, that Supreme Court justices, I knew it was political, but I didn't think it would influence the way they voted after the person that nominated them wasn't in the picture anymore. In other words, would they continue to pay the favor back? And they absolutely do. Which is why I have a lot of African Americans that don't care for Clarence Thomas. I think Clarence Thomas is full of shit, and it's not because he's black. One of those book publishing companies paid him for a biography, and they gave him a big advance. And he went out and bought a motorhome, was touring all over the country, and not writing the book. And they finally had to sue him and said, hey, look, you pay back the advance or write the fucking book. And I'll tell you, I've listened to him in lots of interviews and stuff, and it's just, and again, really, it's not because he's black. It's just, he doesn't seem that sharp to me, but it doesn't always manifest itself in being well-spoken. You want to see some smart fuckers, listen to some of those surgery lectures. Yeah, statues. That's a big thing here, Confederate statues. Yeah, no, you're right. They're all over around here, Confederate statues. Actually, Marty's got a couple of them that on properties he owned, big ones. Now, I thought about having them trucked over here and put them in my area, but honestly, I mean, I collected Civil War letters for quite a while. The Confederate were worth about 3 times as much. They were better generals, but forget the political issue of the Civil War. And I think the statues look cool. And whether it was a Union guy or a Confederate guy, I think it'd be cool to have one of those big, well thought out, chiseled granite statues in your yard. But it's just not worth it. I don't really care one way or the other. You know, that was another political war. It really didn't have much to do with slavery. But it's not worth it. I have a couple of things in here. One day somebody sees them. Now, you know, when am I going to hang the Confederate flag? I don't care. So I don't really mind a controversy, but I don't want to get into it over nothing. And not to say the Civil War is nothing, but it's just not worth it. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, choose your battles. You know what I mean? My goal now is lately is to try to stay more focused. Really, believe it or not, working on my damn emotions. Try to not like my emotions affect the way I feel. It's a bitch, man. It's like worse than running a marathon. For me, it's crazy. I think I got bad genes, but you know, you just never really know. There's a lot of moving targets in life. I don't know what from what. I know this though. I got lucky a couple times, big time. I sometimes think I don't really think it's that far. I really don't think it's that far from me. And a couple times in my life, I could have been homeless and just been like a Maddie minus the drugs. Or maybe I would have gone on drugs. Just gave up, fuck it, lived under a bridge. I know it sounds like insane logic, but there is something to giving up and just every day is the same. It's shitty, but there aren't any false expectations. I don't know if you're a sports guy. I am a little, not a lot. I used to play this guy in racquetball in Chicago. You know, I lived in Chicago. That was a really exclusive health club, gym, workout. I mean, I just happened to move there. And a lot of celebrities and sports people went there, and I met a lot of people. Babysat Scottie Pippen's nephew, played basketball twice with Michael Jordan, met a bunch of people. Not that I don't think they're any different than anybody else, but it was kind of cool. But living in that place, I thought I learned a lot about celebrities, just a hassle. Everybody coming up to you all the time, man. I wouldn't want to be famous. No way. I wouldn't. But I think sometimes the logic makes sense to me. And these people that just feel like hopping trains the rest of their life, riding around and doing stuff like that. Hey, John, how are you? Good morning. Yeah, big O. Yeah, they'll drain you, man. Yep. Yeah, we got frost last night. And, you know, I was in aviation for quite a while, and I like weather and stuff like that. And as it turns out, you get frost sometimes way before, well, the ground's colder this time of year than the air, of course, right? It holds cold weather, cold temperatures. So you'll look at your temperature gauge sometimes, and there'll be frost on the ground, and the gauge is showing like 36. It's like, what the hell? That's because, first of all, they're measuring the air temperature from usually about 5 feet above the ground, which is a different temperature than cold earth is. Because I couldn't figure out why I'm getting this frost, but the thing doesn't show freezing. What the hell's going on here? Is this crystallizing prior to 32? No. It's where the temperature is taken from. And ground is generally colder than air. So if in lieu of driving yourself nuts figuring out what's what, rest assured, you're not going crazy. So when you see frost like we had today, a lot of it, and your thermometer is reading 34, it makes sense. Now, if you had a thermometer with a metal probe and you could probe it in the ground, you would see 32 or lower. but you don't probably, as I don't. No kidding. Hey, Angie, how you doing? Good morning. Thanks for the nice email. Been too busy? No, that's okay. Oh, you've been sick. Oh, don't feel bad. Now, a lot of people are getting sick. Yeah, glad you made it. Now, on that, not a doctor. Don't turn me into UPS to YouTube for doling out false medical advice, but don't let that hang around. I don't know if you were a smoker, you have been a smoker. If you've got a family physician, get some prednisone to knock that inflammation out of your lungs. You will get repetitive scarring every bout you have with that, which will affect you later on. At 40 years of age, and after that, you lose about 4% lung capacity. That's why people, when they get older and they have to do something strenuous, they think, God, I'm out of shape. Well, that's part of it, but a bigger part of it, and it's really hard to find a lot of literature about this, is your lung capacity. You know, when you're 16 years old, your lungs, you could fill up a hot air balloon. When you're 65 years old, you can fill up a basketball, and it has nothing to do with being in shape. So always try to eliminate lung inflammation any way you can because of scarring. Excuse me 1 second. I'm going to fill up my coffee. And congratulations again on your weight loss. That is quite an accomplishment. I think it's quite an accomplishment. Yeah, sorry you're feeling sick. That sucks. And as I said, mixed gas. I'm going to Florida tomorrow or Friday. If you want anything from Florida, let me know, Angie. I'll send you a present for congratulations on your weight loss. Hey, Jeannie, how you doing? God, I hope not. No, I don't know what caused that to happen. Now, you know, I read like a lunatic. Oh, you never smoke. Good. Oh, glad you didn't. Oh, a Z-Pack? Yeah, good. Z-Pack and steroids. That's what you want. Take a big, huge glass of water with that Z-Pack, too. Steroids is a miracle drug. Absolutely, you do. It's a miracle drug. Prednisone is a miracle drug. Oh, blue crabs? You know, I'm not going to go by there because I'm going to cut down. Well, I could go by there, but I'm not this time. As you know, I don't really like Florida. If I wanted to take, I mean, I don't like it to the point where I don't want to take some extra days and fool around. I've been down there a million times. I lived right there in Kissimmee for a while. But I'll tell you an interesting restaurant. You will love it if you ever get a chance to Florida where you really want to have great shrimp, a health nut, an environmentalist. Look up Dixie Crossroads in Titusville. Dixie Crossroads. You definitely want to go there. I'll tell you another excellent seafood restaurant too. Now I'm going to try and get dinner there tomorrow or the next day. Red Cedar in Lake City. Look at their seafood platter. I looked it up last night. It's $52. Well, you know, in this day and age, it's going to be some shit like that unless it's like fast food. Red Cedar in Lake City. Look at their seafood platter. Yeah, I hope I don't have a cold. Dang it. No, you know what I think it is? I think I'm just guessing. I tried some new oatmeal this morning. Blue crabs, I'll get you some of those. No, I'm not, Jeannie. I'm not. I saw those. Oh, Northern California. I will definitely follow them now, though. I did see where they were encroaching on some place, but I didn't read it. Oh, 29 here. Oh, wow. Feeling 19. Oh, interesting. Yeah, never smoked. That's good. Yeah, Z-Pack and steroids. Good for you. I hope you didn't have to go through so much bullshit to get it. I'm sure that a doctor out around where you live, they don't make that great of money. Like, okay, but you don't have that huge population to be busy every day of the week, I wouldn't think. That's what I had. Kodiak protein oats. That's what I got. I got those, Stephen. That's exactly what I got. A green bag. Stuffed up. Yeah, I think mine could be from the new cereal change. It'll do stuff like that. If you really pay attention when you eat stuff, not that you're allergic or you're getting sick to it, but you will notice like a scratchy throat or something like that. I also tried a new coffee this morning. That can cause it. Yeah, I'm going to be flying home on an airplane Saturday. Man, that's the first plane I've been on, and God, I can't even tell you when. I just looked up to see if I could take a GoPro. Last time I took a plane somewhere, I used to love flying on commercial airliners. I get a good book, get a window seat, don't encourage conversation with anybody next to me. I love looking out the window. I was into aviation so much at one time. Just thoughts go through my mind. I loved it. And I'll be doing that again Saturday. Yeah, but shit, you can't take a razor. You can't take this, that, aerosol, bullshit. Fuck, why don't I just show up nude? Excuse me. I worked out pretty hard yesterday too. And I'll tell you another thing too. Believe this or not, I'm taking this creatine and this whey protein, and it gives me energy 10 hours later. I have a hard time falling asleep. Isn't that weird? I think it's weird. Yeah, you're getting crazy. I know. I'm very sick. Yeah. Oh, it is. Sorry about that. Is that affecting where you work? Yeah, think about it. Oh, okay. I won't, John. I hope I'm not getting a damn cold. Be giving it to everybody on the airplane. That's another thing. I mean, I'm not a health nut, but man, I'll tell you, I didn't want to join a weightlifting gym. Well, most of the reason I didn't want to join is 23 miles one way. And I just don't want to, like with COVID and all this bullshit. It's not that I'm paranoid. I just look at going into a sweaty, coughing gym with a bunch of people that close all the time, a not worth it additional risk. Yeah, I do, man. I just stay home, lift my shit. I've been buying weights. I'll tell you, weights are expensive now. And then these people that sell them used, they want more for used weights than they are brand new. I want to get a lat machine, Smith machine. There's certain exercises, you don't want to hurt yourself. I'm not a big bench presser, but I'll probably get a bench. Wear my Speedo. Yeah, that sun is almost gone now, and it's only what time? 10:20. So moving it down to this end was a good idea. Yeah, it's pretty basic, Oh, it is. Sorry about that. Yeah, hang on a second. I'm gonna get another water too. Hey, Angie, I'm curious. Now, up where you live, that'd be a good, pretty isolated area where you could verify what's what. But how is the bar business now? And what's the status of the bar business? Is everybody worried about getting a drunk driving ticket, or are they just crossing their fingers and hope they don't? Are bartenders and barmaids very conscious about serving someone visibly intoxicated? In other words, how is that business nowadays? Is it more risky than ever? Do young people get together and meet and date? Because most people I talk to, even young people going to college, they don't have really any place to go like the old days. Oh, summer business. Gotcha. Interesting. Oh, really? Yeah. But I'll tell you, I mean, I'm not knocking the place, but I can remember growing up and always in that area, was always kind of like known to us as just being like not that great. The thumb area. Like I didn't know of anybody that like went there for vacation, and it almost seemed like a good tight knit clique of people. You know, it wasn't like going to Mackinac or Traverse City or something like that. It was like cliquish. It was all locals. Yeah, I've been going with 4 sets of 10 in the ideal world. The last rep and the last set I can't do. Oh, lake trout. Yeah, that's big over in Michigan too. They don't hardly catch any whitefish anymore. I think the salmon business is dead in Lake Huron. Angie, you don't hear too many people catching salmon over there, do you anymore? Salmon fishing is huge. Well, I know it used to be. I remember chartering a couple boats for customers back in the 80s, but it's not what it was, is it? Tippy Dam, where is that, John? From all over the U.S.? You got to be kidding me. Yeah, good luck, man. The whitefish is in the tank. You got to be kidding me. No kidding. Good for you. Oh, Manistee. Huh. But John, it's not what it was, is it? I know up in like the Betsy River up around Traverse City, those guys didn't do shit this year. And part of it they blame it on low water. Now I know lake trout are big time. Hey Angie, do you guys go with that lake? Do you go with that local caught stuff or not? Yeah, it's a good river. Did you see where those a lot of those landowners up there got petitions together and a commercial fisherman cannot float his boat down a lot of those rivers now if he's accepting payment from people. Did you read that bullshit, John? Oh, interesting, Angie. That's interesting, huh? But I know you don't have any. You don't serve any Michigan caught fish, do you? Yeah, but that's who I'm talking about. The natives only. They're not catching them like they used to. It's way down. Huh. Oh, you don't. Oh, music and interesting atmosphere and surroundings. Oh, really? Not much food, huh? Oh, they do. Oh, okay. Huh. These big metal things are filled with Bibles, old Bibles, 1700s, 1800s. Yeah, I know it's expensive. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I'll get up there this summer sometime when I get back there. Angie, do you have ice along the shore on the lake right now? Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Hey, Angie, on that weight you lost now, do you keep going to a gym? Do you keep working out, or do you just watch what you eat, or both? Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. I'm going to get a shade for this window, I'll tell you that. Oh, I'll do it. Hey, did you guys just happen to be on YouTube, or did you get a notice? Oh, hey, Charlene, how you doing? We're at in Ohio down there. Spent a lot of time in Ohio, different places. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been a lot of time there, Ohio, especially around Toledo. I see Cincinnati gets quite a bit of snow. If you look at the weather, we're supposed to get snow down here in northern Georgia. They keep acting like it's going to hit Atlanta, but it never does. It must draw a lot of ratings. People tuning in, you know. What that shine is off of. Reflection of that light. Oh, Dayton. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did a lot of photography down there. Wow. Yeah, no, junk food make you fat. I know people that got fat just eating a lot of ice cream every day. It's crazy. Well, I think I'm going to sign off here, guys. I just wanted to come out and say hello. I drank my coffee. Gotta get my stuff. Won't take too long to get my bags ready. About 5 things. I looked up. I guess I can take one GoPro and 2 spare batteries. Oh, good for you. Good for you, Mixed Gas. Wow. I'll do a couple videos when I'm down there too. Upload them right away. Right. No, thank you. Oh, thank you, John. Oh, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'll give you an update. It's about a 10-hour drive. Kissimmee. They're having it that big event center. I don't even know if that was built when I was living down there in 92. You know, I lived right off 192. Maybe it was. I'll recognize it when I get down there. All right. Well, have a good day, you guys. And I will keep you posted. Take care.